Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NASCAR Amino iRacing Cup Series, race number 10, I believe now. We're here back in New Hampshire at the New Hampshire Road Course. I am joined alongside Justino Ricardo once again here. This is going to be an interesting day, if I were to say. Lots of unknowns. What on earth do you think is going to happen in this race?
I'm not sure. I mean, this road course is new to these Cup cars. I don't think this is built for the Cup cars, actually. This is built more for the Mazdas running around here, so the elevation change is going to be very difficult. Very narrow track, so we'll see how our drivers handle it.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. But heading to qualifying, it was Tanner Campos in the 24 for Tao Racing, put it on pole. Justino, take us around this place.
Alright, so I've actually tested this thing with the slit, with the turn 1 and 2 road course section, but this is just the oval here. So you'll take that like a regular New Hampshire oval, but then you're gonna have this little dip area to set you up for that outfield section of the road course. That's right, it's outfield instead of the infield. Here's where you go up-hander once you get to these up-hand sections, and when you go downhill here, especially when you have to shift, that car's gonna get really loose underneath you, so you gotta try to keep control. And there's somewhat of a hairpin. Make sure you hug the bottom of that banking as you exit the corner. A little bit of a left-right flick here around turns 7 and 8. Now we're going into turn 9. And around turn 9, again, you're on that bottom. And now you're going to re-enter the part of the track on this little section off-road during in the grass. A couple left-right flicks here. Nothing too special there, but then you're going to come out right in front of pit road, get as close to those barrels as you possibly can, and you're done for the lap.
What a lap it was for Tanner Campos, put it on pole, but let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup. Well, we're here 30 laps, 12 to 15 for fuel. Alan Mooch was winning one practice. So, Justino, they're about to fire off. Who's your pick to win?
I'm looking at Caleb Marinelli back there. He's been really strong on road course, but he's been able to get it done. So I think this is going to be his day.
What a day it could be for Caleb Marinelli, the points leader, if he can hold it on. And the green flag is out. We are underway here at the New Hampshire Road Course.
You see all the tire smoke from that standing start here from our drivers. Interesting little quirk that we have at the road courses this season.
Side by side back there for third. Here comes Don Falconer to the outside. A newcomer, Gary Russell, making his first start in the 38 after a little bit of an incident between Nate Wines last race, but he's in it. Great qualifying as Falconer is going to take second place away. Going to try to redeem himself after that Watkins Glen just disaster.
Alright, and then Tanner Campos, our pole sitter, continues to lead the field down to the hairpin. Don Falconer going to put a block on the 30. That's Gary Russell this weekend. Followed by Ethan O'Connor and Justin Ricci. Heartbreak for Ethan O'Connor over the past few weeks. We'll see if the home track road course he can get it done.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a heartbreak last race at New Hampshire. Ran out of fuel right at the end, but he's starting off this race really well so far. Tanner Campos is going to come off at turn 14 and lead lap 1. You see everybody filing by, single file, side by side. There's Dylan Jones and Paul Donlin, a little bit of contact.
Oh, yeah, very narrow racetrack in that little off-road section. So it's going to be hard to pass without making some contact. We'll see how that goes along as Tanner Campos built himself quite a gap, and Don Falconer has a little bit of gap over the 38 of Gary Russell. But Ethan O'Connor is standing on that third spot. A little bit of lock up there for Don Falconer as heading to the outfield section.
Yeah, Falconer, he sent it in the corner, and it did stick a little bit, and here he comes to the outside of Tanner Campos, but Tanner's going to shut the door early. Tanner holds the lead, and that allows Gary Russell to come into this fight with the lead.
Oh, yeah, wow. Gary Russell is really there now. I saw Don Falconer. I saw him lock up, and I thought, hold on a minute, he's gaining on Tanner. He almost went side by side after that move. So yeah, a little bit of aggression from that 83 early on today.
There's Caleb Marinelli. He's kind of sat around where he qualified here. Back up front a little bit. Ethan O'Connor trying to put a little bit of a move on the 38. Not quite there. Back behind. There's a new paint scheme. Quinn Yeager in the new M&M's machine this for the rest of the season. So that'll be an interesting paint scheme. There's Paul and Evan Toddy. Almost contact, but it looks like they make it through. Here comes Elon Solberg now to the inside.
Oh yeah, and then the rest of the field somewhat single file here. We'll look towards the back now. Now back to the front here. Tanner Campos once again with a big gap. Don's really fast in this little dip section, but he wasn't as fast this time. But Gary Russell was faster. He gained a little bit of time there, whilst Ethan O'Connor is still on his tail.
You know, it's interesting because I think one thing that Don Falconer is looking at is his brake bias. Because remember, he lost it on the last lap at Watkins Glen because he locked it up and missed the corner.
Oh.
You saw him, you know, what was that, a lap ago where he sent it on Tanner. He locked it up, but he still got closer. So it looks like the 82 is experimenting things this week, but these Omaki cars with Don and who the heck is that? Oh, yeah, Gary Russell. They're running well this year.
Now you see a battle for third side by side. A big slip out of Gary Russell. That's going to allow Ethan O'Connor to take that podium position in third right now, but Tanner Campos continues to pull away.
Yeah, laps are sort of clicking by. They're not too long, just a little bit over a minute here. So some interesting laps going by. There's Lucy Fife. There's a new paint scheme right there as well. Jordan Fox in the mellow yellow machine. A little interesting. I like the look of it this week.
Nice.
Up front.
Now they're heading a little dip.
Oh, yep, there's the little
battle for second. Here's O'Connor.
Here comes O'Connor and Gary Russell's back into the battle. They're going to go side by side for third. It's going to be side by side down heading into turn 5, but it looks like they slide, but it looks like O'Connor might have the edge.
Yeah, Gary Russell got slid a little bit towards the grass, a little bit of squeeze from O'Connor, but he's holding his own on his outside, even through that little left-right flick there. And they're making some ground on Don Falconer as well. I think these two, Gary Russell and Ethan O'Connor, are substantially faster than that 83, I mean. So, you know, we'll see how that cycles out.
Ethan O'Connor, he's going to manage to clear Gary Russell for third
place. It is the 82, my bad.
Yeah, now he sets his sight on Don Falconer. Tanner Campos is still just, he's loving this. All these guys battling back here, allowing him to pull away, just making no mistakes all he can. But, yeah, running well. There's Gary Russell. Like, I'll highlight him again. He's running really well for his first ever start in the series. He's running really good.
Oh, yeah, really impressive drive from that 38 Skittles machine.
Oh, my.
You look further back. Big lockup. Wow, smoke everywhere. Don Falconer sent that in, and it worked again. He's been really aggressive entering that corner of the racetrack. And it seems that Gary Russell has dropped back to fourth after all that battling. Quite a gap. And now here comes Caleb Marinelli trying to take that fourth spot in the bottom. But Gary's going to slam the door.
There's I'd say two of the most competitive drivers in the series at the moment. Caleb Marinelli, the points leader. Ricci's on a pretty good streak now. He's got 2 wins this year. So it looks like he's running really well. They're going to stay side by side. Meanwhile, the 38 is really not able to pull away anymore. It looks like that 38 has kind of lost all the ground that it had.
Here comes the Tau teammate, Zach Stern, in that white outline machine.
Whoop!
And wow, yeah, that was really close to an incident there. A lot of checking up there. About 12 cars are going to lose so many positions on that outside, including to his Tau teammate Seth Peters now, who's in the mix.
Oh! Uh-oh.
And a
Russell locked it up! Contact with Caleb! Oh my god! Whoa, what a save! Wow!
Wow!
Oh my goodness. So
impressive driving.
I think Gary Russell locked it up into turn 1 and didn't expect Caleb, I guess, to dive it there to the inside, but what a save by him right there. He kept the position, and pretty sure that's 4th place now, so good run for him. Zach Stern was also to get by, and now Russell's under pressure now from Alex Merrill and Seth Peters. I
would seem as such. Now Tanner's loving all this battling going on behind him. He's been able to comfortably pull away. But he can save his stuff for a little bit in the long run while he faces, minimal pressure from the cars behind.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting specifically to see when pit stops are going to begin. Remember, fuel window was around 12 to 15, so we're probably going to see some pit stops maybe in a little bit over 5 laps at the moment. Contact.
Whoa!
Mariel and Seth Peters, a little bit of contact again there, but they're going to hold on to the gap, and it looks like he has a bit of a run on Gary Russell as well. And up front, Ethan O'Connor takes second away.
Second. That 28 machine is fast today. I've been watching them all day long. If anyone's going to challenge that 24, it's going to be that 28.
Now, I hate to say this, like always, do you think O'Connor can do it today?
Today, I don't see why not. I know he's had a little bit of a rough pass going forward here in the NASCAR Amino iRacing Cup Series, but you know, it's his home track. I'm sure he has a little extra motivation on top of all the heartbreak to win it in front of his hometown crowd, so we'll see how he does. I think there's a chance.
Well, you always got to hope, because remember, we thought he had the win last race at the Oval here, and he was just like a lap and a half short on fuel. But all this, I don't know. It's interesting to see who has the faster car right now. The gap is staying, I guess you could say, somewhat even between the top two right now. Falconer is losing a little bit of ground. Stern and Marinelli have started to pull away, and Russell has not kept it, and it has basically caused this giant train right here.
Not really many side-by-side battles. There are cars really close to each other on track, though, but none able to make a move through this tight little infield section of turns 3 and 4. Tanner has led every single lap so far, as he'll take to the uphill and the off-road. Not the off-road, the outfield. Falconer's caught back up to the rear bumper of O'Connor, so we'll see where that goes.
And you know, something I want to highlight at this point is we've had many road courses up to this point. We've had now, I'm pretty sure this is the third road course up in this new car. So we've seen many variety, and we've seen a lot of drivers show flashes. Like Tanner Campos, I can't say he was the strongest at road courses really before today, because he and Tao Racing have been struggling to find the speed. And now today they're showing it. O'Connor's consistent at pretty much any track, and Falconer's really shown speed at the road courses this year. So it's hard to pick who's the best road course racer in the series right now.
Excellent point. If you were talking to me about this last season, I'd definitely say that it's Evan Taddy, but Evan Taddy seems to be struggling during this race a lot, but new cars have come in and new contenders have come up.
Where is he? There he is, I think.
There he is,
right there. And who else is back here? Carter's been like second to last.
Oh, wow.
Oh, goodness. Going to go to the outside of Sustry, who also hasn't had a good season up to this point. And up front again, it looks like O'Connor's closing the gap.
He starts closing that gap ever so slightly, but every time we check in on him again, he seems to be in a battle with Don Falconer behind. But now it seems like he's really getting as close to the 24 as anyone has been all race. So we'll see where this goes.
Here they come into turn 9 and turn 10. O'Connor, this is the closest he's been all day. He seems like he's been really strong off of turn 11. He's been able to shoot the car to the outside and carry a lot of speed. But right there, he showed he's not going to do it. Tanner's sideways. Oh my God.
What a save.
Tanner, he almost blew it. Oh, and here comes O'Connor. Look at the run. Oh, is he going to send it into turn 1? He does.
He's going to lock it up. Tanner on the outside.
He's going to hold it. Oh, and he clears him again. Wow. What a move.
What a close battle this has been between the 24 and the 28. Tanner taking them. Falconer! And just about drifted through that corner as O'Connor, and now Falconer's back in this lead battle.
I don't know. I think Falconer missed the corner. He just rammed into the back bumper of the 28 there. Actually kind of helped him a little bit. Kept him in a distance to the 24.
Man, I thought that 28 was going around after that big bump, but he was able to keep that thing going, and he's still competing with the 24.
Oh, now he's really close. This is definitely the closest he's been. He almost got to the inside there. Now let's see what he can do. Off of turn 11 this time. Falconer shoots it way wide. Can the 28 get by Tanner? This is going to be a tough spot to pass, but it doesn't look like he's going to hold it this time. As now, Marinelli is into the battle.
That exit to the outfield is Tanner's weakest spot on the entire track. I've seen him get really sideways off of that corner, and that's really allowed the rest of the field to gain, but you can't pass, so he's just holding everybody up, and that's where Caleb comes in. And now he's up to third.
What a run for the 15. He's going to clear the 82 of Falconer, entering turn 1 there. A solid move. Now, where will he go? Can he battle with these leaders? As here comes O'Connor to the outside of Tanner Campos, side by side, heading up to turn 4, and it looks like they're going to be side by side. No, they can't decide who's in front.
Tanner, even with that defensive line, came out with a, ended up staying side by side, and now here's O'Connor taking the lead through that hairpin, making a big power move on the outside of Tanner Campos. How about that?
What a move that was for Ethan there to take the lead. Let's see, I'm sure he's going to hold it strong here because this is probably his best part of the racetrack. As what can Tanner do? Can he hold his A? Yeah, look how loose he got. Don trying to get to the inside of Caleb, but is unable to get there.
And now Tanner's going to really try to reel in that 28 once again. For that 28, what an exit to that little infield section that he has had. We'll go further deep back in the field. Again, a lot of close racing, but not necessarily side by side like we've seen up front.
Yeah, a lot of guys single file. Still a lot of guys haven't really had much good runs. Why a little sideways there. Dylan Jones not having the best of days. Carter still has not moved. And I guess as we head up into this portion of the racetrack, now I think we can start thinking about pit stops here because the fuel window, I imagine, is going to open any lap now here. It's going to be interesting to see if they can make it on a one-stop race. I don't know. The fuel window could be close, but I don't know. I guess it depends on how much they can save on this big road course.
That'll be interesting, though. I mean, there's a lot of... I think this road course is really going to depend on tires. You saw that onboard with Tanner for the pole lap. He was really wheeling that car. This is a really loose road course with an old surface, and it's twisty, and there's all sorts of elevation changes. So those tires are really going to take a beating throughout this race.
Here comes Quinn Yeager to the inside of Gary Russell. Gary Russell's really lost a lot of time up to this point. I guess that's maybe just a little bit of the inexperience starting to kick in now. Back here, there's Evan Toddy, James Omaki. Two guys who won road course races last year and are just running, I guess, just mid-pack right now. Here's those guys. Carter's always made a move. Carter's not in third to last anymore.
There he goes. O'Connor, I don't want a little bit of a extended lead now over Tanner Campos, I would say, who has also extended a gap over Caleb Marinelli, who seems to be gaining on that 24. Not really long run speed built in that 24, it seems like, as O'Connor continues to pull away.
It looked like O'Connor. I thought he overshot the corner there just a little bit. Heading back into the racetrack now again.
And there's Tanner snapping loose there.
Yeah,
that's going to allow Caleb to jump.
Let's see, what does Caleb do? It looks like he's going to stay single file for now. Not going to be able to get by Tanner at this point in the racetrack. And here they come to pit road.
O'Connor's in.
They're all in. Leaders are all
Campos,
in.
Marinelli.
Stern, Maria.
Who's going to be the first one to stay out?
Oh, no. Wait, no. Apparently Mariel's a lap down. Uh-oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Who's going to be the first one to stay on the lead lap? Nobody?
Let's see. Oh, Lucy's going to stay out. Lucy stayed out.
I don't really know if she had a choice there. She was side by side. It was either she stay out or hit the barrels.
Yeah, so it looks like she's going to just run it one more lap. Hopefully the car can have, an extra lap of fuel in it. I don't see why not. The max fuel window still maybe not for another lap or two. But, yeah, Lucy's going to be the leader here. But now this is interesting because there's only 17 laps to go and we've run 14 on fuel. So I don't know if they can make it from here. It could be close. I don't know. It depends. Maybe they pitted a little bit early here than what their max window showed.
I mean, Lucy could be enjoying this point here for leading a lap, but at the same time, at a big road course like this, pitting a lap late is going to be a huge detriment, and lap fresher tires aren't an advantage nearly at all. So it might be a rough going later here for Lucy.
And you saw it there just a little bit with the way the cars came out of pit road. Tanner came out first. Ethan O'Connor came out fifth out of those lead cars.
Oh!
So not a good pit stop by the 28. And here comes Lucy. I imagine she's going to bring it to pit road this time. Yes, she will. So she's probably going to lead another lap up to this point, but is going to eventually surrender the lead back to Tanner Campos once again. Caleb Marinelli has moved up to second place. I'm pretty sure Don Falconer is now going to be in third.
Again, Tanner with that big gap once again. That O'Connor pit stop, really a saving grace for Tanner because he was really slipping up, but we'll see where Caleb Marinelli is He'd be the other car that I have an eye on to challenge at 24 today.
Speaking of, look at the run he had off at turn 2.
Oh,
He's going to get
wow.
side by side. He sends it into
Clears
turn
him.
3 and cleared him easy. Wow, what a move.
He didn't even need to wait for that braking zone. He just had the speed through 1 and 2. I saw him take that high line, and it paid dividends.
Look back there. There's Ethan O'Connor. A rough pit stop for the 28 group, but it looks like the top 5 does stay the same. But Caleb Marinelli now already starting to put a little bit of a gap over Tanner, trying to pull away here.
Now here's Caleb, also building up a gap already. These leaders really seem to build up a gap but lose it quickly. I see Tanner again getting a little bit loose off that corner, but I saw Caleb with a bit of a wiggle too. But we'll take a look at this battling right here. Now Zach Stern looking for a spot in the podium places.
Tanner, not really much he can do to get to that 15 car. He is just pulling it away by about a quarter of the straightaway up to this point. I don't know, it doesn't seem like Tanner really has much of the car that he just had here. I mean, not much of the conditions have changed really, but I don't know, it just seems like the 24 lost what they had earlier in the day.
I'm gonna look back in the field here. Quinn Yeager, there was Lucy Fife, who pitted late, and also Gary Russell, who after being up front isn't in a good position right now either. Still still single file out there at most of the field though.
Dylan and
There's Carter making moves.
Oh, they're still nowhere. JD's in last. There's Mariel, who's still, I'm pretty sure, 1 lap down at this point, so not really sure. I'm pretty we'll have to check in later to see what happened with the 4 car at all earlier. But Caleb gonna come off the final corner once again, gonna lead another lap.
Not much to say here. I see Caleb kind of taking that wider line there. I thought he was going to do it there, but he's going to stay on that second groove, which is where you're going to want to be in those corners there. But Caleb really knows how to take advantage of the oval section with a bit of a lock up there, but he can really build speed through 1 and 2 to head for this outfield run in the dip. So that's really been helping him all right.
Still not really much of a move from Ethan O'Connor. He hasn't really moved from 5th. Roberto having a good run. Allen running pretty good. Quinn as well. There's Russell, Lucy, side by side back here. It looks like that might be James and Lindsay back here. Sasso hasn't gone anywhere. Dylan and Carter still have gone nowhere. And the rest scrolling by. JD's not having much of a good day either. There's Caden. I don't have a Caden.
I don't know. Looks like Tanner's cutting into that gap of the 15 just a little bit. See, Tanner seems to be a little bit quicker through this quick infield section, but everywhere else through the fast sections of the NASCAR oval sections, Caleb seems to pull away.
And we have a caution out. Caution is out. Here with 13 laps to go. Not really sure why. Don't see any cars around.
There's a pace car.
Not really sure. Oh, we're getting word. It was apparently for Kylie Grider.
Oh.
Must have, I don't know.
I suppose she's gone off track somewhere.
I was going to say, must have gone off track somewhere. And I didn't see her on the racetrack, so she must have towed it, maybe, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, under caution here, I imagine they're going to pit here. Because a pit from here, you should be able to make it to the end on fuel, no matter what. So
I mean, the way
all these leaders should pit. What was it? 12 to 15 laps. So yeah, should be good from here to pit.
I mean, the way these guys have been racing, I wouldn't be surprised to see somebody maybe gamble a little bit, hope for another caution, and then start up front a little bit, and then maybe halfway through this race, while the guys on fresher tires are still clawing their way to the front, get a caution and get much fresher tires to the end of the run with about like 4 laps to go. So I can definitely see that.
Nobody.
No takers. Wow.
Nobody.
My best guess is that they think that this caution run is gonna let them just barely make it on fuel to the end, but it's gonna be another fuel race here.
Wow, that's interesting. No takers. I'm not even surprised someone if you consider pitting would be a gamble. No, here comes
There's
Ethan
one
Farley,
taker.
Dylan,
Dylan
Carter,
Jones.
Tree, Kyler, and anybody else? Wyatt, JD. So basically the last, like, 6 cars brought it to pit road. Maybe, I guess, hoping for Mir. Well, if they pit here, they should be good to the end on fuel. The rest of these guys, I don't know. But let's take a look here. What happened under to cause this yellow?
Side-by-side racing through the hairpin. They're still side-by-side, and they'll go through this little left-right flank. Loose. Oh, no, this is bad.
Oh, my goodness.
The reverse direct, that could have been really bad.
Well,
and she gets it rolling again.
So I guess there was no reason for caution. I guess just like all previous road courses that she managed to keep it going. So I don't know why we went under yellow. Okay, never mind. Okay.
There we go. I mean, to be completely fair, she was spinning in the opposite of the racing direction. That could be extremely dangerous, regardless if there's anyone coming.
Let's see. So she's side by side with Elon here, and Elon gets, you see him get loose there, and they make contact. And look at Mariel. Oh my goodness.
Ooh. And she almost hit the tire barrier on the driver's side. That could have as equally been as bad of a hit.
And then she eventually does get it back rolling here. But then I don't know what. It looks like she just, I guess, no brakes because
I guess the tires were flat spotted at this point.
Oh, she did. Oof, my goodness, big hit.
Yeah, wow.
I don't know. Let's see. Let's go on board with her, and let's see what happened. Elon. Oh yeah, look at him get loose. Ooh. Oh, there goes Mariel. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're right. That could have been bad. And here she comes down the straightaway. I guess just gonna imagine that she's gonna keep it going, and then it didn't even sound like the car just. It sounded like the car just kept rolling. Well, what a weird circumstance that was. Kylie Greider, side by side with Elon, going up the hill, made a little bit of contact, and basically around goes Kylie. She gets sent to the other side of the racetrack, almost gets clobbered by the Ford Mariel, but then she does eventually get it back rolling. We're gonna head to break here under yellow, and we'll be back for the restart. I imagine Kylie has, yeah, she's definitely gone behind the wall, trying to repair it after that big hit right there. But yeah, we'll be right back after this yellow and for the restart.
Hey you, are you ready to get high off Christmas spirit? The ultimate Christmas miracle has arrived. Cater John sings the Classic 6, the Christmas Classics. You may know Cater Johns as a wannabe Santa Claus who harasses random people with Lifesavers Christmas storybooks during the holidays.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Wait.
Enjoy. But did you know that Cater Johns' professional singing can turn around the entirety of 2020 and get anyone into the Christmas spirit?
Did someone say Christmas?
Walking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party of. Oh, yeah! Alright, here we go. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Oh, yeah. Walking home from our house on Christmas Eve. Silent night. Holy night. All I want for Christmas is you. This sacred album can be in your possession with one simple call to 1-800-RIP-EARS. Rip ears. 1-800-RIP-EARS. This ear sucks, okay? Just get.
All right, everybody, welcome back here to the New Hampshire road course. We're going to go back green after a caution involving Kylie Greider. And I don't know about you, but this is a weird-looking restart.
Double file, wow. So it's going to be really interesting. But yeah, Caleb gets the front row all to himself because of that narrow section. Nobody can really catch up. We're green again.
Oh my gosh!
Here comes Don.
What a move by Don. Here comes Ethan again to the inside. Tanner dropping like a rock. And now Falconer and O'Connor have taken second and third away. And now here comes his team owner, Zach Stern, to the inside.
Now Don Falconer getting a little bit of pressure from the 28. Caleb Marinelli, that Toyota's been fast all day. He continues to pull away. Now there's a battle for second.
Falconer trying to hold off the 28. The 28 probably around now is when he would shine the most, but here comes Zach Stern to the inside trying to get to the position, but O'Connor puts the power down on the outside, keeps it, and now the 24 and the 8 side by side up the hill. It looks like Stern's going to prevail.
Marinelli continues to lead. Don Falconer building up a little bit of gap over the rest of the field, cutting down Marinelli's lead ever so slightly as now they reach the infield section. Now here's Seth Peters looking to be present in this race, challenging his teammate Campos.
Seth Peters, that's someone we haven't brought up much today. And look back here, this could be an important battle. These are the guys that pretty much pitted here earlier in the race, and I'm pretty sure that it was Ethan Farley that was leading that pack and Carter right behind him. So it'll be interesting now, kind of like you mentioned before the break, this might be a fuel mileage race.
Oh yeah. Much like the New Hampshire before this. Wow, road course oval, it's still strategy based.
Now you got to imagine that I assume if these guys all stayed out and think they can make it, they had to have saved a lot under that yellow because a caution lap is, I don't know, about 2 minutes or so. So they have a lot of portions to save. It's just a matter of did they save enough.
You see, here's Caleb again, and he's running out up front all by himself. So he's really picking up a lot of stuff that could really heat up the engine. I think the big problem is that even though it's very little, you can get some draft on the straightaways here, especially coming off that 1-2 corner. So that'll really help save just a little bit of fuel, and you're going to need that in these mileage races.
Yeah,
Caleb does not have that advantage.
No, he does not. Let's see what these guys do behind him because I'm pretty sure, yeah, the 82 and the 28 were a little bit close there. So it doesn't look like the 28's going to get a run, but the 8 did. So they're going to so Zach Stern has managed to get a lot closer there in 4th place. And here comes Seth Peters. Haven't talked about him at all today. Was good on road courses last year. Was also had speed earlier in the year, but now running really well in the top 5. He needs that for his points position.
Oh yeah, Seth Peters, I've always known him as a great road course guy. I think this uphill, downhill New Hampshire really suits his element, and there he is running inside the top 5.
Tanner has dropped like a rock. He is down outside the top 5 now. There's Gary Russell. Speaking of dropping like a rock, barely, I think, outside the top 10 now, so not much speed for the 38. That car's gone away. As now the battle's heating up for 2nd place. Falconer holding a small margin over O'Connor and Stern, but it looks like the 28's got to run.
Oh, he's got to get on the brakes just a little bit to not run into the back of the 82. Man, I think that once again, that 28 is really fast, and there he goes around the outside.
Can he hold it to the outside for 2nd place?
He's going to get that run. A little bit of lockup from Marinelli now.
O'Connor's going to clear for 2nd place. He takes it over Falconer. And now here comes Zach Stern for 3rd. He's going to shoot it to the inside. They're going to be side by side downhill.
Now into the hairpin. Falconer on that inside line. He's going to clear Zach Stern with relative ease. Now we got another battle between Tau teammates Seth Peters and Tanner Campos down for 5th.
Getting down to the wire here. Caleb is going to take 6 laps to go this time. What do you think? Can they make it from here?
I don't know. I think Caleb Marinelli might be a little bit dicey, given how far he's running. He's been really pushing that thing, given the gaps he's been able to generate. Look at that thing. Really gapped the field and Ethan O'Connor. Ethan O'Connor even has really been pushed through the field, so I'm not even sure he'll be able to make it. You see someone like Tanner Campos, though he is dropping back, he might be saving up for the long run, so we'll have to see how he ends up going.
Now, at the same time, you got to think, remember, those guys that pitted under that yellow, they pretty much are good to go on fuel, so I don't think they have much to save right now. So let's see as we're kind of scrolling by. Let's see if we can find the leader of that pack. Keep scrolling by. These are still all cars that pitted. It looks like Carter Jones is the leader of that pack.
Oh, wow. And my other question is, out of the cars that didn't pit on that second time, the one that pitted the latest was Lucy Fife. Will that one lap let her go the distance?
I don't know. That could be interesting. You never know. She did manage to go one extra lap, so I don't know. Can she stretch it more? But I don't know if Caleb is now realizing fuel's an issue because O'Connor's there.
Oh, wow, yeah. Maybe O'Connor doesn't yet realize the fuel's an issue for him. The same mistake that cost him the win last time we were at New Hampshire.
Oh, Caleb overshoots the corner a little bit. Here comes the 28, a good run into turn 1. Here he comes out of turn 2. He's going to try to go to the outside, use a little bit of that draft to his advantage. Here he comes to the inside.
Round the outside. He can't quite clear the 15. The 15 fights back on the inside off the preferred line. Up the hill and around the outside. Through goes O'Connor to the race lead in the 28.
Here comes Falconer now to the inside of Caleb, trying to take second place away. He's going to do that. And now the battle's on. Can Falconer get by O'Connor?
You know, Don Falconer fares through the exit of this outfield section. Ethan O'Connor now must face the fuel issue, seeing that he is the lead car. The question for him, push and hold off Falconer, but risk running out of fuel, or save and risk losing the race?
It's going to be interesting. Now here, look at this advantage. Falconer has a little bit of draft here. What is he going to use with that draft? He's going to try to make a move to the inside, but O'Connor's going to take the defensive
outside
line,
now.
And here he comes to the outside and
What a
easily
run.
clears him. Wow.
That was a big run from that 82 of Don Falconer. They'll head towards the dip. Here comes O'Connor, still sticking with him.
Here he
Falconer
goes.
takes the defensive line.
He's going to use that same line that he's used twice today to make the pass for the lead. They're going to go side by side into turn 4.
Wow.
Clears him again.
That's been the third time O'Connor has made a pass around the outside for the lead. That 28 has been fast the long way around the racetrack.
Now we're getting to we're at 3.5 laps to go. At this point, this is where the guys really would be worrying and soon be on fumes if they didn't save enough.
I will see a big slide out of the outfield from the 28 of O'Connor, but Falconer able to stick with him. We'll see now that we're getting close to the end. Will we see some cars die for pit road?
Yes, they are!
In.
They're all in!
Marinelli's in!
They're all
What about
in!
Lucy Fife?
Where's Lucy? Does she stay out? Everybody's pitting. She does
And
stay
Lucy
out!
stays out!
Oh my goodness.
I
2
was
laps to
telling
go.
everyone about that. Will that extra lap let Lucy go the distance? Carter Jones, the leader of the pack that stayed out. Can Carter Jones now win this race?
And Muriel, he's back on the lead lap. So Muriel is in this. Muriel is in third now behind Carter. So
Wow.
how is this going to shape out? We have 3 laps to go. What does Muriel do? Can he get to Carter Jones?
Our main contenders all day have been Campos, O'Connor, Marinelli, and Falconer. Their days are done with 3 laps to go after a fuel shortage, and now it's going to be in the hands of Lucy Fife or Carter Jones, maybe even Alex Muriel.
Now,
With 2.5 to go.
Lucy is all by herself. She has multiple seconds of lead right now.
Wow.
With this point, is she going to try to save and push it to the end?
She's really going to have as much gap as she needs to
Let's
save
see.
it now. We'll see if she dives to pit road this time. A little bit slower.
She does!
And there she goes.
Oh my goodness. Carter Jones is going to assume the lead. And Muriel is right there.
I thought for a second he was slowing down and dive for pit road, but he can go the distance with 2 laps to go. Muriel with the speed. He looks slow into turn number 1.
Oh, it's not going to be enough. Carter Jones is going to prevail into turn 1. Off of turn 2. Can he get the run off the corner at all?
As they head for the dip, he's going to take the defensive line. Muriel around that outside there. He's not going to be able to get side by side with the 62. Uphill they go.
Now, we haven't had a chance to see where these guys' strengths are, so it's going to be interesting to see where does Muriel see his best chance at passing Carter Jones. Look at that. He's going to take the outside around the left-hand swing, trying to get a run, a little bit of a run, but not much.
So that outside dipping in can really help on exit speed, even though it sacrifices entrance, but you're going to need that for the long straight that just happened. Here comes Carter. This exit's going to be crucial as he slides. Moreel not able to capitalize, though.
Here they come through the final corners, through 13, coming to 14. This time by Carter Jones is going to take the white flag. 1 lap to go. Can he hold off Moreel?
I'm sure he has enough fuel to make it. We'll see if
Moreel.
Moreel has. He seemed really fast.
He sends it into turn 1. A slide trying to get
Sideways.
there.
He sticks with him.
Down into turn 3. Carter Jones,
Carter
a little bit of a
locks it
lockup, but he keeps the gap maintained. Moreel trying to go to the outside, go the longer but faster way around. They're going to be almost as close. Moreel trying to use that draft, trying to get there.
He's gonna do that wide entrance into that hairpin. He's gonna stick right to the back bumper of the 62. These final corners are gonna be crucial in deciding this race.
Here they come through the final corners. Moreel trying to peek to the inside. Carter holds him off. Here they come into the final few corners for the final time.
Moreel goes wide.
Here he goes to the
He's
outside
wide.
trying to make the move, but he's not going to get there. Carter puts the block on the Ford Moreel, and here they come out of turn 14. Carter Jones is going to hold off the 4, and he wins at New Hampshire.
Wow.
Wow. How
We
about
were
that?
just talking about Carter Jones and the terrible race he was having battling Tyler Sustry for second to last. He plays the fuel strategy game right, and he is the one claiming the trophy, the Lobster here in Loudon.
Wow, what a race. Look at, I got it. Look, did you see that top 5? Those are like the bottom 5 cars today. They
Wow.
are the top 5. Wow, what a win for the 62. That's his second win this year now. And now he's going to come to the front stretch, do a little burnout.
Nice little slide across the line.
How about that? So I guess while we let him do that real quick, we came into this race unknown, no idea what to expect. I don't think many of these drivers knew what to expect either. But I'd say we had a solid race today overall.
Oh, yeah. Sure, with an absolute thriller towards the end as well, with the competition between all the main guys who stopped there, all the consistent guys, Tanner Campos, Caleb Marinelli. It looked like you were gonna see a familiar face up front. Maybe O'Connor would get his first win, but he's no stranger to running to the front of the field. And in the end, it was somebody running towards the rear of the field all race long. Carter Jones, Alex Moreel, who were battling for the win at the end, and it was the 62 came out on top.
I mean, kind of like you mentioned with Moreel, I found out that, well, so Carter just blew the engine, so that's our cue to leave. But thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, Justino, for commentating. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the race, and let's take a look at the finishing results.